wasn't just a school, it was a prison for shadows. And once you enter the class, you never leave. Asterisk, Shadow School, Screams of the Forgotten. A full 15-part horror story with shadows, bloody rooms, and psychological terror. Characters: Emily Carter, sensitive, brave documentary filmmaker. Zach Miller, the cameraman, rational but curious. Rachel Lee, quiet, intelligent, spiritually aware. Tyler Brooks, sarcastic, playful, a skeptic. Part 1, The Forest Route. It was a rain-soaked October afternoon in Georgia. For college students from Atlanta were heading toward the forgotten Green Willow High. Abandoned since 1973, their YouTube channel, Dark Truths, had started gaining views, and this school was their most dangerous challenge yet. Emily to the camera. Today, we're entering a school that hasn't seen daylight in 50 years. Rumors say it's haunted, but what's buried here is much worse. Zach driving. They didn't just shut it down, they locked something in. Tyler laughing. Come on, creepy school, creepy stories. Every town has one. Rachel seriously. But not every town buries its children inside the walls. Part 2, The Gate That Opened Itself. As they approached through the forest, the massive rusted iron gate of the school creaked open by itself. Emily, did anyone just see that? Tyler nervously. Wind. It's just wind, right? The gate bore a faded sign. Class is never dismissed. Part 3, The Message on the Floor. Inside the decaying hallway, the air was cold and damp. On the cracked floor lay a torn map of the school with a message, scrawled in dried red ink. What is seen is not real. What is real is never seen. Rachel shivering. This isn't a message. It's a warning. Bloody children's handprints line the walls. Part 4, The First Shadow. As Zach turned on his camera, a tall shadow slithered across the corridor and vanished into the ceiling. It wasn't visible to the naked eye, only the camera caught it. Zach, I swear, something's there, on the screen. Emily, if you can see it, maybe it can see you too. Part 5, The Locked Room. At the end of a hallway was a door sealed from the outside, covered in deep claw marks and a scorched lock. Tyler, screw it, we're opening this. He broke the lock. A child's scream echoed. Inside, a broken circle of blood surrounded a single burned wooden chair, and a dark, stretched shadow was cast against a blank wall, yet no one was standing there. Part 6, The Bloody Classroom. They reached an old classroom. The smell of iron and ash filled the air. Books were charred. The chalkboard still bore the words, Miss Albury never left. She lives in the walls. Rachel terrified. She was the teacher. She locked the doors, set the fire, and stayed behind to keep teaching. A loud thump, then silence. Part 7, Zach disappears. Zach wandered toward a closet. Emily, Zach, you okay? He turned to answer and was violently pulled into the dark. Camera he dropped showed a blurry image, a tall shadow wrapping around him like smoke. On the floor, written in blood, 1 taken, 3 remain. Part 8, Whispers of the Shadows. Emily, Rachel, and Tyler huddled together. THEN whispers began. A, B, C. D is for death. E is for Emily. Blood slowly began oozing from the ceiling. The children's voices echoed. Sit down. Be quiet. Class has started. Rachel, they were never allowed to leave this school. And now neither are we. Part 9, Rachel's vanishing. Rachel saw a glowing bell in a room down the hall. Drawn toward it, she stepped in. The door slammed shut behind her. When Emily and Tyler opened it, Rachel was gone. All that remained, her blood-stained ribbon on the floor, written on the wall. 2 left. Time to learn. Part 10, The Final Bell. On the 4th floor, they found a burned classroom. An old-school bell above the chalkboard began ringing on its own. D-I-N-G, ding, ding. Then came complete silence. When Emily turned, Tyler was missing. 1 left, and she sees too much. Part 11, The Old Camera. Emily, now alone, discovered an ancient film camera resting on a broken desk. It powered on automatically and played old footage. Zach, Rachel, and Tyler inside the same classroom, but their faces twisted. Eyes bleeding, they chanted in one voice. Take her place, sit, join class. Part 12, The Basement Door. A hidden trapdoor led her to the basement. It was filled with melted desks, hanging dolls, and blood-covered notebooks. In the center on a throne of ash sat Miss Albury, burned beyond recognition, but still, somehow alive. Her hollow eyes glowed. Will you be my final student, Emily? Part 13, The Circle of Shadows. Miss Albury gestured to a blood circle on the ground, beside 3 others already filled with names of her friends. Sit, and I will let the others go. Emily stepped forward, tears in her eyes. She whispered, let them go. She sat in the circle, and the shadows began to sing. Part 14, The Girl in the Forest. At dawn, a hiker found a girl wandering near the forest edge, clothes torn, body trembling. It was Emily. Had no memory of what happened, only flashes of burning children and twisted faces. When the police arrived at the school, nothing remained, no signs of the others, just an old melted camera, still filming. Part 15, The Final Lesson. Locals say if you walk past Green Willow on a moonless night, you'll see faces in the windows. The classroom still lit, children's voices chanting the alphabet, ... and one extra voice at the end. Welcome. We've been waiting for you, because in this school, class is never dismissed. The end. If you like this story, let me know. I can write more twisted, haunted school stories or turn this into a full novel.